All right, welcome back to part 3 of me reacting to SKAP. One Jordan fan versus 10 LeBron fans, featuring SKAP Attack as the one Jordan fan. If you didn't watch part 1 and 2, they came out 2 days ago and yesterday. So welcome to part 3. No need for an intro. Guys, shout out to members. Appreciate you all. Hit that like button. It would help out a lot. And let's close this out the right way. We're on topic. Michael Jordan was the clear GOAT of his era, and LeBron James is not. And we've seen LeBron James fans dance around this topic like crazy. Let's see if they continue to do so.
Michael Jordan is only the clear GOAT of his era. Well, there's really 2 reasons. One, because there just wasn't anybody that else that was.
Okay, wait. So no matter what happens moving forward with this guy, he just confirmed that Michael Jordan is the clear GOAT of his era moving forward.
Good enough. And 2, it's by design. It's a marketing plan. That Michael Jordan is almost credited with saving the NBA. The NBA before Michael Jordan,
I don't believe that.
Before Magic and Bird, right
Magic
around
and Bird
that.
saved the NBA.
Okay, Magic and Bird saved the NBA. Jordan just took it to its peak.
They saved it,
And then
he elevated it to a crazy level.
Correct.
This is because the NBA was a fighting, cigarette-smoking, beer-drinking league that nobody wanted to put on TV. That wasn't a marketable product back in those days, right? So now we have this guy who is almost like comparable to a LeBron James in his athleticism, who can jump out of the gym and do all these crazy things. So it makes perfect sense that David Stern, commissioner of the NBA, whoever powers that be, let's push this guy and make him be the clear GOAT. Also,
you don't think LeBron's getting that same?
Also, yeah, I know where SKAP's going. Obviously, LeBron's gotten the same, if not even a better treatment. However, this guy want to act like Michael Jordan was the first athletic basketball player of all time. You ever heard of like Dr. J? Like, what the hell?
Hold on. No, I said LeBron gets the benefit of now coming into the NBA that has already been saved. But
And
if
then
it
they
was not
market the hell out of him.
Yeah, they did, and they also, he was not the only guy. This is my point about Michael Jordan. There's nobody else to market. Because
Because
there's
Jordan
nobody
was
else
too
to market.
dominant. He was the clear undisputed GOAT, and LeBron isn't.
And there are hundreds.
They did, though. And at certain points, I would argue Charles Barkley was more popular in the NBA than Michael Jordan. Shaquille O'Neal had a couple of years where he was way more popular than Michael Jordan as well. That's not the case.
Hundreds of more NBA players at the time. Like how today.
Also, Scottie Pippen had his own shoe too. Penny had his own shoe. Like, these guys were very, very popular. Tim Hardaway was very popular. You know, like, it's not like Michael Jordan was the only guy. It's just that these guys, they weren't alive in the era. Like, this kid obviously was not alive during this time to know all the other greats that were around during that era.
Is NBA, there's a Steph Curry, there's a James Harden, there's an Anthony Davis. Like
James Harden, no one's going to remember that name in 10 years.
Keep bringing him up. There's all of these different players now who are marketable and who can be pushed to be the face.
Maybe better than LeBron, or like Steph Curry maybe had a better run than LeBron in LeBron's peak. Like, I'm saying that there is no guy
Stephen
you
Curry
can
doesn't
say,
lead the NBA in all-time
Maybe
points.
that guy in Jordan's era. You guys just diminish everything that Jordan played against. In his first NBA championship that he won in '91.
Yes.
He beat the LA Lakers with Magic.
Who are not the Showtime Lakers anymore.
Fine.
They're not the Showtime Lakers anymore.
Fine.
Kareem was not on that team.
Kareem wasn't there.
It was
but guess who
Vlade
was?
Divac on the team.
But guess who was?
That was in June of '91.
Can I answer?
Oh,
this
you've been talking a lot. That was in June of '91, correct?
I'm trying to talk about
That
his
championship
run.
was in June of '91, correct?
Yes.
November
Kareem was
of
not on the team.
Yeah, I know. November of '91. Do you know what Magic Johnson sat down at a little table like this and said to the world? Yes, you do. So this is my point.
Yeah, he had HIV. He was still the runner-up in MVP that year. Why didn't anybody want to say it? Why is it so weird to say he had HIV? He wasn't retiring because he was old. He wasn't retiring because he was injured. He contracted the HIV virus, so he had to step down. What does that do? Does that prove something? I don't think it proves anything either way.
Magic Johnson was not Magic Johnson in '91 when he.
Yes, he was. SKAP's gonna destroy this. SKAP. If I know Magic was runner up for MVP. SKAP freaking knows it.
Won that championship. '92. Let's go to Clyde.
Hold on. Let me tell you what Magic Johnson was when they played Michael
Do
Jordan.
it, SKAP.
That's what he was.
Well,
what?
Tell you what Magic Johnson was when they played Michael Jordan.
Sick.
Sick.
That's what he was.
Well, goodness gracious, because first of all, Magic Johnson. Shout out to you, Magic, who's still thriving now, 30 years later.
He did whatever he had to do. Salute.
But secondly, in that year, Magic was All-NBA 1, MVP 2, runner-up in MVP to Michael Jordan that year. Mm-hmm. And you had James Worthy. Did you ever hear of him?
I did.
He was 29 years old. He's a top 50 all-time player, and he was an all-star that year,
He's
too.
better than Michael Jordan in college.
So Jordan beat that team first. Right. Then he beat the second.
See, why would he say that? Better than Michael Jordan in college. So you're just beefing up your competition now because Jordan beat that team. I just don't get it. I think they're so emotional with their debating. They don't actually think these things through. That's really how I see this. They just want to say whatever they feel, even if it's going to hurt their cause.
Second chip against the Trailblazers, he beat Clyde Drexler, who was
nobody.
Hold on. He was nobody. He was all NBA 1 and
not
MVP
Clyde
2.
Drexler. Not Clyde Drexler. I'm talking about the other 11 guys. Nobody.
Hold on. Then next year.
Let's keep it going.
The Phoenix
that's a good
Suns.
team. Now that's
the
a good
Phoenix
team.
Suns.
That's a good
Charles
team.
Barkley, MVP 1, All NBA.
This is the first
Somehow we still got a 93 finals mention. Of course we did. Oh, of course we did. At least we're all agreeing that was a great team.
The team that we've named so far.
All NBA 1. Then he comes back and he plays the Seattle Supersonics.
A dude named the Glove.
With 2 All-NBA second-team designations in Kemp and Payton. Payton Defensive Player of the Year that year. They won 64 games that year.
Cool.
Then the next year, 2 more 60-win games in 60-win teams in 97 and 98 with MVP Karl Malone, runner-up then to Michael Jordan, and then MVP the following year with that. And a top 10 all-time point guard, John Stockton, 60-win teams. And you guys just dismiss all of this competition, all these elite all-time players?
Yeah, you do. You just did it again. Just dismissed it. You didn't acknowledge any of it. You just dismissed it and moved on.
Time that I sat down here, you told me that when Michael Jordan was running through the East was better and the East was more competitive. So
and they had to clear the East in order to get to the finals, and they won the finals.
Now you're trying to tell me about these Western Conference teams that were so good and they had all these wins.
See what I mean? He's so emotional, he's not even thinking it through. Because that makes it even better to get through the difficult East and then to win a championship on top of it. Because getting through the East was already hard enough. It's the opposite argument of LeBron and the Eastern Conference in his era, where they're trying to give him credit for making the finals, which it was not even hard. It was not hard to make the finals in the East during that era. What was hard was winning the championship, and he couldn't freaking do it. He did it 4 out of 10 times. And Michael Jordan went through the difficult conference and still sealed it. Won the championship. It's not even close.
Playing against the weak-ass Western Conference in the 90s.
Do you want me to reaffirm?
But
Jordan played 27 50-win teams out of his 37 opponents. Do you want me to?
You're conflicting yourself.
No, I'm just saying Jordan played better teams in his conference finals run to get out, and then you guys say he played by far better competition in the finals. It wasn't by far better competition. I'm saying Jordan played insanely good competition too. The only difference is they didn't win because Jordan didn't let them win. Whereas all of these teams are winning against LeBron James. Thus why LeBron isn't the undisputed GOAT of his era.
Mic drop. Yeah. No, you won.
I think what makes him the undisputed GOAT of his era is him being 40 years old, still doing things that prime life 25-year-old men who get paid hundreds of millions of dollars can't do.
How does that, guys, once again, that was an emotional argument. So does that ring clear to any of you guys, in your opinions? Because LeBron is old and he's still playing. So because of his longevity, that makes him the clear, what was this? The clear GOAT of his era. That makes him the clear GOAT of his era, and his era spans from 2003 to 2026. That right there makes him the GOAT of his era because he's still playing. It does not ring true to me at all. That's a weak ass argument.
Not only did LeBron James not surpass Michael Jordan as the GOAT, he didn't even get close.
I like it. Yep. I like it. This is going to be the last topic. I like this one to close it out. Yep. Because you guys know how I feel about this one. We got to bring up we got to bring up the Tim Duncans, the Magic Johnsons, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We got to bring up all these guys now, the Kobe Bryants, and ask the question, when did he surpass these guys? And since then, did Steph surpass LeBron? There's so many good questions here. Let's go.
Get close is crazy. We're all up here for hours talking about the fantastic accolades. We're going to talk about single person accolades, most all NBA selections, most all-star selections, most points in NBA history. Let's just say we have a player in a vacuum. Let's say he played for 20 years. That player has more made threes than Reggie Miller. He has more steals than the Glove. He has more rebounds than Charles Barkley.
That guy sounds pretty great. I bet he won more than 4 championships, right? He had to have. He played 23 years. He definitely won more than 4 then if he's really that good, right?
Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, what are we talking about here, buddy?
He played forever. I guess you have to be on the court to accumulate these stats.
Because he also has more turnovers than anybody else ever. More missed shots than anybody else ever. More finals games lost than anybody else ever.
More finals games lost? What about
33 losses.
Wow.
He has more losses than Jerry West. 33 losses.
Nice.
22 and 33. And see, that's what I really want to...
And that also means that Jerry West got closer. I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, you know, but it's just semantics at this point. But that means then Jerry actually got closer to winning on a regular basis when he was in a championship. He just did not do it. He only won 1.
Focus in on, because the GOAT, like, it encompasses more than just stats and how long you play. It's about the moments. It's about those fleeting opportunities.
Hitting fades over white guys from Middle Europe that like couldn't jump either.
No,
it's about Craig Ilo. And like
Wait, was he talking about white guys? Like I don't know why what white boy here just got into a race thing. Why? Jesus Christ. Okay. The 90s compared to now, when it comes to Europeans dominating the NBA, that's happening now, okay? Right now, it's been happening for years. You know? Not in the 90s, now.
It's about
career moment.
It's about answering the challenge, rising to the occasion.
What? I just want to make sure I didn't hear this wrong. Hold on.
It's about the moments. It's about those fleeting opportunities.
Hitting fades over white guys from Middle Europe that like.
It's about hitting fades over white guys from Middle Europe. This guy is so ass backwards confused. It's crazy. Like, that's what he thinks the NBA was in the 90s? Your whole, like, you even being here, everything you say is completely discredited now. Completely. You're describing one guy, Vlade Divac. Maybe 2, Sabonis, out of all the NBA players back then. What are you talking about? We got easily 1,000% more Europeans in the NBA right now.
No.
It's about Craig Ilo. And like, that's your greatest career.
It's about answering the challenge, rising to the occasion.
The challenge of who? The challenge of
He's talking about Craig Elo. How about freaking JJ Barrera? Why can't you score on him, LeBron? That's so much easier than Elo, man, especially with the height advantage.
Winning, my friend. The challenge of winning. You want to know why LeBron James didn't get close? Because of 4 and 6.
No,
and do you want to know why he's not? Do you want to know why he's 4 and 6?
They're trying to hear the members of the pantheon that Michael Jordan was lording over in the 90s. Because I can tell you the members of the NBA basketball
we've been talking
history
about these guys.
pantheon that LeBron played up against, and not just the ones we mentioned here. We've talked about now. We got Kobe. Then we had Tim Duncan mentioned a number of times. There, Kevin Durant. I feel like his name has not come up enough. That's one of the greatest players of all time. Anthony Davis, someone he played against, and his teammate.
You guys just got done ripping AD a new asshole, though, so you can't all of a sudden make him one of the best players ever. Stop.
Harden, Westbrook, Chris
Harden?
Paul.
Harden? Westbrook, 0 championships. Really? This is the best you've got? I mean, in that case, do we need to start listing like Dominique Wilkins, you know? Oh my God, what am I even thinking of right now? Bernard King, Alex English, you know, we don't even have to do that. We can list the ones who won. You know, you got your Kareems, your Magics, your Birds, your McHales, your Worthies. I'm just thinking of a couple teams right now. Your Barkleys, your Drexlers, you know, your David Robinson, your Shaquille O'Neal, like your Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing. Like, it does not end.
These are contemporaries of these guys. I honestly, I cannot name.
You're right. Those
the person
guys,
that is in the pantheon of basketball that challenged Michael Jordan.
First of all, that's because you were born in like '98. So that's first and foremost. You didn't see any of them. That's why. But no.
Anybody who says Craig Ilo, you didn't see it. You weren't there, man.
They did. I know that they happened.
But now, wait a second. Secondly, the reason why these players today's their legacies are elevated is because they built their resumes by beating LeBron James. None of the guys in the 90s were capable of doing that against Michael Jordan.
Let's just say that you can't use the cudgel of 6-0 in this argument. Who are these players that Michael Jordan was, keeping his hand on their forehead?
We just talked about Charles. If Charles Barkley had champions,
no, that's the difference. If Jordan didn't win 6 championships, we wouldn't be flexing his ass. Like we would not be saying he dominated the competition. He was the greatest of all time. No, he had to beat these guys in order to do it, and he had to do it more than once. A lot of people, even after he won 3, it wasn't enough for him. But then he came back and did it 3 more times. He settled the debate. It was over. But yeah, if he wasn't beating them, it's all for nothing.
He would be a top 12 to 15 player. If Karl Malone, the 3rd all-time leading scorer in NBA history, 25-10 career averages in 19 years,
choker,
2 MVP awards.
LeBron?
If he had 2 championships, he would be a top 12 player, maybe top 10.
What about Hakeem
He's not
Olajuwon?
because Jordan denied him.
We never got to play Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem, dude, you're so dumb. Hakeem won when Jordan was retired. Stop. Or do some research. One or the other.
Olajuwon in the finals because, we burnt the tapes on when he got dunked on by Shaq 2 years in a row in 95 and 96 or 94.
Okay, well, what happened when Kobe?
What the hell? He got dunked on by Shaq? What's he even talking about? Yeah, he probably got dunked on by Shaq. He also dunked on Shaq. What the hell's he even talking about?
He and LeBron play in the finals. Right. They never did because LeBron choked.
What about the other year?
Hold on.
Hey, well, what happened when Kobe and LeBron play in the finals? Right. They never did because LeBron choked.
What about the other year when Kobe didn't make it or whatever? We can play this game a lot.
But he's
you are playing this game.
Better player because he's a winner.
When you talk about Michael Jordan, what are real quick, one sentence, why is he the GOAT?
Because he had the greatest peak. He did the most with the least, and he won more championships in peak with less than anybody ever. That's pretty much why I would say so.
I'm a baseball fan.
Okay.
I think Shohei Ohtani
I'd say Jordan is the singular best basketball player I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. And then the fact that he was able to lead his team to 6 championships with a style in which everyone said he could not win a single championship like this, but he won 6 of them while being the singular greatest player I've ever witnessed with my own 2 eyes. So it's not just amazing talent and ability. It converted into nonstop winning. That's what makes him the greatest of all time for me.
Player of all time, and he doesn't always have the accolades to match up with other guys.
Baseball's hard to comp to basketball.
My point is that ability.
There's 11, there's 5 in basketball. You play both ways.
They're not comparable sports, but I'm just saying Shohei's ability to pitch, to hit, to steal bases, it makes him a special figure that transcends the norms of the game. LeBron's the same thing. LeBron puts the ball in the basket. You talked about his longevity like he's just hanging around, but he was also the youngest to every benchmark too. He was the youngest to 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever.
He came in at 18 though.
Yeah, because he was great enough to do that.
Jordan started at 21.
And not only did he come in
it was a different time.
Yeah, do it, Scap.
No. Not only did he come in.
It was a different time. Back then, you weren't allowed to come out through high school or come into the NBA through high school.
18. He came in at 18 with serious expectations placed on him by the media. He was literally called the chosen one, and he lived up to all of those. He's playing with his child.
He got it tattooed on his own back. He's not a victim.
Chosen one on his back.
He's playing with
Thank you, Scap. He's not a victim. You're not a victim. You did it to yourself. You asked for the attention. Okay? Ironically enough, Jordan used to try to, and still does, his whole career has tried to stay out of the spotlight. LeBron asked for it. Then when he hears stuff he doesn't like, he acts like the victim. Shoot.
his
calls
child.
himself king.
He's playing with his child.
He calls himself the GOAT since 2016.
He calls himself the king, and the prince is on the court with him.
He puts this expectation on his own back, literally.
Thank you,
Okay,
Scap.
I can give you that. Sometimes LeBron can be a little bit cringe. But overall, I have to say, for him to play this long, to be this effective with this many different iterations of the way the game is played, with different players and personnel, he's cooked people's fathers and sons and played with his son, right? Technology was way different when he came in. Sports medicine was way different when he came in, and he's still effective. If LeBron was a role player just hanging out in the corner, we wouldn't really point to the longevity the same way, but he's effective. He continues adding layers to his game. He's playing with Luka Doncic, one of the highest usage.
Guys, LeBron James didn't even get close to passing Michael Jordan as the GOAT. That's the question. That's the premise of this last one. These guys just want to talk about longevity. Guys, all of us Jordan fans give the longevity award to LeBron. That's one thing. What else do you have, for the love of God? What else do you have? There's got to be something else. There's got to be something else other than he played a really long time to win this battle. But it seems like this is all they have. He played a really long time. Therefore, he's the best. He's the greatest of all time. It makes no sense to me.
Players in history, and LeBron, as a great teammate, adapted to that. He's playing as a third option. He's playing off ball. He's getting more assisted.
Yeah, and he's not winning. So he's adapting, whatever. You want to say all this stuff is adapting, but it's not working.
Buckets than he ever has. He's cutting more. He's using transition. I just think he's done too many things great to where we can discount that as just longevity.
And yet, there are many other guys in NBA history that have won more with less and have been able to answer the bell in those elite moments, those clutch time moments, the ones where LeBron James has failed in over and over again.
But he has the most
and
clutch.
That's why
doing more in less time is always, in any profession, in any job, in anything you've ever done, doing more, accomplishing more in less time is always considered greater. Okay? Any job. You wash dishes for a living, whatever. If you can do the job and wash all these dishes 5 times faster than the next guy, you're better than him. Just because the next guy takes 10 times longer than you to do it, that's longevity. That guy's not greater. No, the guy who gets it done faster is the best. Not the slowest, the fast. This is sports, right?
Winning shots
I'm
in the
glad
playoffs,
you mentioned that.
okay.
We can talk about it. Because, again, it's about moments. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
Like coming back from a 3-1 deficit?
It's about moments. And LeBron James.
Like scoring 29 out of 30 against Detroit?
LeBron James is 22 and 33 in the NBA Finals. Yeah. That's 55 games he's played in.
Sure.
Now, look, you hear a lot about clutch stats in the NBA. The NBA defines clutch moments as a game in the final 5 minutes within 5 points either way. Now, I'm going to dial it down to an even clutcher time of the game.
2 minutes.
The final 2 minutes of
me and SKAP are agreeing on a lot today.
Game within a 1-score game.
Sure.
So in those ultra clutch moments, LeBron James played in 21 of them in his 55 finals appearances. 21 times. Nearly half the time.
This is cool. I'm about to learn a new stat here.
These clutch moments. So all the things you guys have talked about before, about how, his teams weren't as good, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Because in the last 2 minutes of the game, he's in a 1-possession game. So just be great, LeBron. That's all you have to do.
It's hard to be great when...
He's 8 of 29.
Yeah, he was already making excuses. You're right there with 2 minutes left. You're right there within a point, or you're up a point, or whatever the case may be. 1 point deficit, 2 minutes left. And this guy's already making excuses. It's hard to be great because of what? It wasn't hard to be great for 46 minutes. Why is it hard to be great for the final 2 minutes?
Possession game. So just be great, LeBron. That's all you have to do.
It's hard to be great when...
He's 8 of 29 shooting in those moments. That's 27% shooting.
Ouch.
And in those 21 games, his team's 10 and 11 as a result of his failures and chokes. And that's the difference right there.
So,
That's the difference between 4 and 6 and 6 and 4 or 7 and 3. Those are the moments in which they would enable you guys to sit up here in front of me and say it's close. But it's not, because he failed over and over again. And as a result, he's a loser. He's 4 and 6, and losers don't get to be close to the GOAT.
Damn. I mean, no, he nailed it, man. Damn, he nailed it. SKAP, I tip my hat out to you. Tip my hat for you, man. Wow. You did it. Like, I wouldn't want to be this guy now. I wouldn't want to be this dude. Like, after that one, like, you already won.
I have a quick question for you because I have a feeling that you're going to say something that's going to silence this room.
Okay.
Again?
So you've got MJ1.
Correct.
Where do you have LeBron in that order? I have a sneaky feeling it's not 2.
No.
It certainly isn't 2. I'll just leave it at this. It's not Mount Rushmore.
So who's on your Mount Rushmore above LeBron?
I'm glad you asked, because on my Mount Rushmore I have the best of the best two-way players that exhibited elite playing statuses on both sides, who won very either challenging rings or the resume is just even better. Than
I know he's going MJ1, Kobe 2. Who's he going after that? I'm curious. Let's go.
So the guys I'm talking about is Jordan, Kobe, and Duncan. And then the fourth guy who didn't win the challenging rings just like LeBron didn't, but he won so much more than LeBron. And his resume is the best resume, actually. Like, people talk about LeBron's resume, it's not even the best resume. The best totality of a resume is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
He's been to 10 finals, same as LeBron. He's won 6, 2 more than LeBron. He has he has 6 league MVPs, 2 more than LeBron. And he is top 3 in 3 standard box metrics, that being points, rebounds, and blocks. Better stats than LeBron.
Respectable list. Different than mine, respectable list.
This is great, but I'm just going to attack because you said he's not even on Mount Rushmore. Not even top 4.
Okay, well, convince us that he clears any of those guys that he just listed. Any of them. One single one of them. Convince us. That's your job now. That's your job. Not to complain about it, not to get emotional. Your job now is to prove him wrong. Prove SKAP wrong. Go.
I want everyone to understand, the audience. He said LeBron is 5 or worse.
I'm just seeing a lot of emotional outburst. Young man is mad at older man for older man's opinion.
This is Skip Bayless level talk right here.
Prove him wrong. Prove him wrong. Man up and prove him wrong. I don't believe he's going to do it.
5, I'll tell you that.
What?
Yeah, but go ahead.
So let's attack one of those players.
Do it. Prove me wrong.
Tim Duncan. We're talking about LeBron gets all this help, this and that.
Oh, shit. This ain't going to go well. Why do you have to go after Duncan right away? This ain't going to go well. This is the one who directly beat LeBron's ass for a living.
Do you know how much help Tim Duncan had?
Well, let's talk about it.
He had Tony Parker. He had Manu Ginobili. He had arguably the greatest coach of all time. He had an incredible general manager,
Oh, so when they talk about discrediting Jordan had the greatest coach of all time. Now when they talk about Duncan had the greatest coach of all time. Very convenient. When they talk about Steph had the greatest coach of all time with Steve Kerr. Like, it's ironic, isn't it? But Spo sucked. Right? According to them, Spo sucked.
Front office. To get not 1 but 2 incredible draft and stash players.
Yeah.
And he had all this help, but all of a sudden, he's better than LeBron, but he had all this.
Did you know that there are 3 players in NBA history that have won multiple championships without a top 75 player? 3 players. That's it. Do you know?
Tim Duncan. Larry Bird. Is Kevin McHale top 75? I'm curious. Who the hell's the third one? Oh, no, not Hakeem. Okay. SKAP, take it away.
Who they are.
I'm assuming MJ's in that.
No.
Who are the...
Because
Scotty.
Pippen is a top 75. And Pippen's a top 50 player.
Great point. So, yes.
There are 3 players. That would be Kobe Bean Bryant.
Yes.
Oh, because he won 2 without Shaq. Okay.
Tim Duncan and Steph Curry.
Steph. Yeah. Wow.
That's it. So that's all that
Here,
all the help.
I was pausing to that.
Great point. So, yes.
There are 3 players. That would be Kobe Bean Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Steph Curry. That's it. So that's all the help Tim Duncan got is he's won multiple championships without a top 75 player.
But the thing is, yes, he didn't have a top 75 player. He had
But LeBron has
incredible
elite
depth.
top-line players, though.
Tim Duncan also had great depth. I mean, who was hitting all the big shots?
Now, SKAP, you'd be my best bud if you start listing all the top 75 players LeBron played with. Just do it, man. Do it.
Bird Ori was hitting incredible shots.
Well, not
for
when
those
he was
teams.
playing with the Lakers before.
But
Tim Duncan was winning two of his rings. But
it's still that's.
It's like SKAP is debating a child.
LeBron had good depth too.
Not
I mean,
always.
who was hitting that side three?
Not
Ray
always.
Allen.
With Amon Shumpert,
Look at that LA. Can you
Mario Chalmers.
Name me some players on that 2020 team that LeBron won outside of top 5 league-wide player Anthony Davis that year. Can you name me some of the other ones?
There was Rondo.
Yes.
There was JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard,
Alex Caruso.
Yeah, you can't be laughing at these names, bro.
So Caruso was very good back then. He's better now. But
And
regardless,
yeah, don't be laughing at Rondo. Shoot, any team would love having a Rondo on their team.
to not even have him on the top
that's a deep
4
team is what I'm saying.
Yes, and that was his ring he got. That was his ring he got when he was 36 years old.
I don't have him top 4 because he has failed time and time again when it matters most, and those are the moments that really define
against
really
teams that none of them would have beaten.
Hold on, that really differentiate you because, like I say again, I keep bringing him up. Karl Malone, top 3 all time in NBA scoring, 25 and 10. So because he's terrible, you then take him down several notches all time.
And that's what I do with LeBron James and James Harden. Yep. So the same mentality that LeBron fan over here has about Karl Malone is the same mindset that I have about LeBron James and these other guys. If you're a playoff choker, you're off of my list. Don't even come close to my Mount Rushmore.
He's not even top 20 for most people, and I probably agree with that because he failed when it mattered most.
Yep.
Just like LeBron James. The only difference is Karl Malone stayed on his team through most of his career. He ring chased at the end at 40, but LeBron started ring chasing at 26, stacking the decks and stealing these cheap rings.
Yep.
And
he still fails more than not.
The 3-1.
Hold on. My guy here, I don't know if he's starting to digest some of this stuff SKAP is saying, but I notice he's calmed down. He's calmed down a lot.
The 3-1 comeback is a cheap ring?
Cheap ring.
How?
They're all cheap
How
rings.
in the world? Cheap ring?
SKAP.
Saved by the bell, my friend.
I respect it.
This isn't really going to be much of a debate. I just have 3 quick questions for you. I'm done.
Okay.
So, LeBron James won the championship in 2016.
Yup.
Do you know what month that was?
Well, 2016 would be June.
It was June 2016. Okay. Do you remember?
Can you say what he said? I want to hear it. Can I say it real quick?
What?
Cleveland, this is for you. Okay, great. Sorry, I had to say that.
I thought he was going to say that one right there made me the greatest of all time. That's what I think.
Last Dance, the Last Dance documentary that we all watched when the world shut down, that we all know and love, right? Came out in 2020. Do you know when that started production?
It aired on 2020.
It started.
The real answer is, when did that start? It started in 1997. Okay? It started in 1997 and it got delivered in 2020.
Producing a couple months after LeBron James came back from a 3-1 deficit. So you're saying
that was a great documentary, though.
It was an exceptional documentary.
Like
but here's my point.
Ever.
You're saying that LeBron James. You're saying that. You said he's not on your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume by your tone that he's not even top 10, which is insane. But,
he's top 10 for now. Yes.
For now.
For now. Yeah.
This is disgusting. Okay.
I mean, dude, in the future there are going to be better players to knock him down a notch. It's happened in my lifetime. You know, Wilt used to be way up there for everybody when I was young in the 80s. He's not that far up for most people anymore. You know, he used to be considered like at the top or like the top 3, you know, and we talk about like Bill Russell, we talk about Kareem, but then guys like Magic came in and Bird came in and Jordan came in and all that stuff, you know, so the same thing's going to happen to LeBron. He's going to go lower in the list.
But your claim is that LeBron James has never come close to being the GOAT.
Correct.
But the person who you think is the GOAT had to start producing a documentary about The Last Dance after LeBron James passed him to be the GOAT by coming back from 3-1, something that your GOAT's never done. So all I'm saying...
Yeah, well, and your GOAT, LeBron, had a documentary made about him while he was still playing. What's it called? More Than a Game or whatever. And then recently he said, oh, it's just basketball, you guys. It's just basketball. Yeah, that guy.
is if I were...
And wait, you're saying LeBron became the GOAT in 2016? Is that what you're saying?
3 championships? After 3 championships, he was the GOAT. And at that point, oh my God, like what was his finals record? -1, -2, -3, -4. So he won 3 and lost 4. 3 out of 7. That made him the greatest of all time. That's some low standards, man.
Here's the thing.
Get out of here. Get out.
Here's the thing, right?
Get out.
If I, as a secure man, were secure in my status as the greatest of all time, right? And I watched someone do something that I'd never done. Right. If I was really secure in my status as the greatest basketball player that ever lived, I wouldn't have to go find a production team to produce a documentary about my last hurrah in the NBA. That's all I'm saying. So it's not nobody.
Michael Jordan has never once ever said that he was the greatest player of all time.
Facts.
LeBron James has chosen one tattooed on himself. He calls himself the king. He calls himself the GOAT every chance he gets. He showed up to a party once that he threw himself with 2 actual live goats. All right? And you're telling me that Michael Jordan's the one that's insecure in his status?
So let me ask you a question.
Me don't think the gentleman protects too much.
As an athlete, or as any to aspire to any level of greatness, don't you have to have a little bit of self-delusion?
For sure, and they all think they're great.
Okay, so what's wrong with LeBron James thinking he's the GOAT?
Okay, so then what's wrong with Michael Jordan dropping a doc?
Out of their way to say
LeBron James goes out of his way?
Of course he does.
Did LeBron James call himself the chosen one?
Yeah, well, he tattooed it on his back.
But did he call
Oh my God, is he really about to make this argument?
Himself that?
I don't know.
Who cares if he called himself? Dude, if Michael Jordan had a tattoo that said GOAT on his body, like the GOAT or whatever, I wouldn't give a damn. I would never say, and SKAP wouldn't either. We would never say, Jordan never said he's the GOAT. He always respected everyone else. If you have it tattooed on yourself, that's more than words, man. That's for life. You know, that's a statement for life.
Sports Illustrated.
No, he didn't call himself that. So if you're calling me the chosen one, I'm going to tattoo myself the chosen one.
He inked it in his freaking skin.
He does call himself the king.
He is the king.
He calls himself the GOAT.
He's both of those things.
He's neither.
I call myself Dwayne Marcus. It's on my birth certificate. This is who I am. If I am these things, I'm going to call myself these things.
Oh, man.
LeBron James.
The amount of just, double standards it really kills me. It kills my soul. It does. It really does.
Has failed too much in the most important moments of his career to be considered the GOAT. There are many people that have answered the challenge and the bell more closely to Michael Jordan, way more closely than LeBron James.
If there were more aliens from whatever planet Victor Wembanyama came from, and they came down here right now tomorrow and said, send us the greatest basketball player you've ever seen for the fate of the universe, they wouldn't send Andre Iguodala. They wouldn't send Michael Jordan. They would send LeBron, Raymond James.
But wait a second. LeBron James couldn't even beat his peers in the NBA. You think he can beat aliens for the fate of human existence?
He didn't need Bill Murray to beat. He didn't need Bill Murray to beat the aliens for human existence. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
That's a wrap for us, but the debate is not over. Basketball on Threads. Get into it.
Damn, man. All right, guys. Wow. Yeah, when I first started this, I didn't think it was going to be like 3 hours on my end, but I apologize, but I don't. Guys, like, this is just how it is. These are some serious things that are being said back and forth here, so I have to chime in as much as I can, or as much as I need to. But yeah, that final question, dude. I mean, really, who here right now listening to me would actually pick LeBron James in a game to save us, like to save the world? I might have an unpopular opinion on this one, but I'm going Michael Jordan 1 and Larry Bird 2. I'm sorry. I'm doing it every time. I don't care. This isn't about like rankings or anything like that. This is a different question. But LeBron would be down there with James Harden as far as like keep them far away from this. Don't even let them in the lineup, because I don't want the world to end. And the world is going to end if we lose this damn game. So don't even let them near the building when this game takes place. That's how I feel about it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And guys, anybody who watched all 3 of these like all the way through, you guys are awesome. But at the same time, you won't see a video from me for, I believe, if I stick through the game plan, I said I'm going to take a full week off. So that's 7 days. This will be 3 videos. I'll probably do I'll do one where like I make one full video out of this, and that'll probably come out tomorrow or the next day. But from this point, you guys won't see an upload from me, a video, for another 4 days, and then I'll be back. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. SKAP, man, SKAP brought his A game. Like, SKAP annihilated these guys, in my opinion. And I really enjoyed the first time SKAP was on this show, but I think he went up, he leveled up on this one. He really did great. So yeah. Anything else I have to say? Nah, I think we're good, guys. I'm gonna get out of here, get to editing and all that stuff. Like the vid on the way out. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and we'll get back to our daily uploads in just a couple of days. All right, guys, have a fun conversation down in the comments, and be water, my friends.